Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sasha. I love reviewing indie eyeshadow palettes. I do a lot of those multiple eye look videos, a lot of indie makeup content here. I always love trying out new brands and also continue supporting my favorite brands, of course. And for this video, I couldn't get this one up sooner. I'm barely getting to it, playing with this collection. But I just checked right before recording and I didn't know until now. I had to check before I tell you guys that, because I wasn't sure if it was available or not. And currently this collection isn't available anymore. But I still want to review it or play with it so that way I could just give you guys some inspiration for eye looks and in case it's on its way to you or if you have it already. And I'm just going to be playing with the Unearthly Cosmetics Dreamer collections. And this collection, it retails $130. It includes 4 bullet lipsticks, a highlighter trio, and the eyeshadow palette. So I think for the value, you get a lot. I feel like it's totally worth it. I didn't get this when it first launched. I actually just recently bought it this month, I believe, or was it last month? I forgot when exactly, but they shipped it pretty soon because that's when they received their boxes. So it was a pre-order before, so I didn't have to wait that long. So it felt kind of nice not having to wait so long. But I couldn't get this first time around because around that time, I think when they had their Black Friday sale, I had to hold off, and I was just hoping that they would bring this back because I really wanted this mainly for that bullet lipsticks. If I'm being honest, the eyeshadow palette, it is beautiful, but the more I kept looking at it, the more I wanted it too. The highlighter trio was something I didn't really need, but I'm just gonna play with it. So far I already played with the 2 shades, but for this video I'm gonna be showing you guys 3 different eye looks. I already done 2 eye looks earlier. I did them one on each eye, so that way it could be a little bit a faster video to show you guys the eye looks real quick. And I'm also going to be doing lip swatches. I have not tried on all the lips. The only one I've tried so far was Dreamer, and the formula is very lightweight. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker, but it feels balmy and there's like a scent to it so far. So I'm going to try them on probably a little bit later. I wanted this collection mainly for the lipsticks because I really wanted those color tones, the purple, like they weren't too mauvey, but they were kind of cool tone purple. I am a sucker for purple like tones and lippies, so I felt like I needed it. And also I wanted to try out their formula because this is the first time I think they released lipsticks, because it's always been satin liquid lipsticks or liquid lipsticks, or lip glosses too. So first off, I'm going to show you guys my first eye look. I play with the deep colors, the Dolph shade mainly. And the matte so far, I used also the Sued and Muse. Sued is like a very soft pink shade and it was very lightweight. I think that shade's a very beautiful transition shade just to soften up an eye look. And the shade Muse added a little bit more extra depth. I really like this shade because it actually shows up on my eyelids. I think the shade Sued was barely like a pink nude shade on me. And then I added the shade Engulf, which is like a nice, almost like a purple blue indigo kind of shade. And it is pigmented, but it's more on the powdery side. So when I was doing my eyeliner thing that I usually do sometimes, it was hard to make it neat. I'm usually used to working with pigmented shadows that are more like solid instead of loose. So that was kind of surprising. And then for the shimmers, I decided to go with the shade Imaginary. And again, I have not swatched this palette, so I'm not sure how special these shimmers are. But that pink shade, it leans like a, it's like a pinky reddish shade and it has gold reflex. And I thought the shade of it was pretty unique. So I can't wait to swatch this later, and it's very sparkly. So I added that in the inner lid, and on the outer lid, I was not expecting the shade to be so grungy. It was like dark but very sparkly, the shade Fantasy. And I think that look was probably going to be my most dramatic look out of the 3 looks. I always enjoy doing 3 different eye looks, try to show a little bit of versatility and also style wise. Second eye look, I went with a soft eye look. I wanted to do something neutral, so I played with the pinks and browns. And in the shimmer Float, I really want to use that shade Float. I had used it for my inner corner in the first eye look, but I was tempted to use it as a lid shade, and it's a nice pretty nude shade. It's a very light brown shade with silver sparkles. So I feel like this is a very nice neutral shade. And then for the inner corner, just to add a little interest with this eye look, I went ahead and used Tranquil. And this shade is a really nice purple. It's like a purple bluish shade, and it's not super sparkly, but it's a bit, it gives off a little bit of a glow. So I think on the inner corner it looks really gorgeous, and I can't wait to use that one on my lid some other time, maybe, or maybe this time, I'm not sure. So far, I don't really have anything bad to say besides the fact I think it's better to use your brush for the shimmers, because since their formula, like their shimmer formula, tend to be on the drier side, not like because it's drying out or anything, but it's not as wet or very buttery as some other indie brands. And because I've noticed I didn't use my brush, the shimmers look fine, and then when I did a little touch up earlier while I'm taking pictures, I just used my finger and it added texture. So that's when I made me realize that it just depends on the shimmer though, but that's what, it's just best to use your brush. And if you want to add more impact, you can always wet your brush. I try to avoid wetting my brush unless it's needed, but yeah, I think I'm ready to do my third eye look. You guys, I'm so excited because I've been saving like the best color combo for last. The first two color combos, I mean, they were super easy, simple. And I think this third one's going to be super simple and easy too. But I'm a sucker for cool tones. So you get some like half warm tones and then half cool tones almost. So I'm excited to use this side right here. And I already prepped my eyelids using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer right now. But I really want to just play with the grays. I love grays, man. I love grays out of nowhere. But let's see what kind of grade this is. Well, we could talk about the grays I have been playing with. Like, I know I mentioned Simply Posh Aurora Lights. That one's like a very light gray. No MAC Cosmetic. I didn't even notice until I was like playing with the palette and just editing my video. I noticed that it leans a little bit bluish, which is nice. And this one, I'm not sure. Maybe it's gonna lean a little purple. It's a very light gray. Oh, what I've noticed about the matte formula when it came to, so far, the lighter shades, or even this one too, they're so soft. Like, I feel like they're not patchy at all. It's unbelievably soft. Like, comparing to their older palettes, I feel like they were super pigmented. I think they were, I'm not sure if it was a pressed pigment formula. So maybe I know they updated their formula, but I think I'm really enjoying their newer formula. I do prefer soft matte, but not too soft. It needs to have a nice balance. But yeah, this is very cute. I'm just gonna fade this out a little bit. I think what I'll do, I mean, after I catch up with all the stuff I want to review or do videos on, what I love about Unearthly Cosmetics palettes is that they're magnetic. Let me just get this gray real quick. Just actually, maybe let's get the Dream State. You have to be careful though, because woo, this Dream State shade is so beautiful, and it does have the names in the back. Sometimes the brand does have the names, but on Unearthly Cosmetics, they usually always have the names besides the mystery boxes. Yeah, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, Dream State. It's super sparkly. It looks like a hollow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's best not to touch with your fingers, but I'll try to do hand swatches after we do the eye look, so we could see my reaction or whatever. Because I have not swatched this palette, that's why. So let me get the purple Slumber shade. And I'm just gonna focus it right here. It's super simple. I think purple grays are cute. Okay, I'm just kind of being careful. You have to even this out, just so tap it in first. It is a very soft purple, like the other mattes. Oh, look at that. I'm just blending it slowly into the gray a little bit. Just kind of make it smoky. Oh, yes. I think this is definitely going to be my favorite look. So let me know, what are your current favorite Unearthly Cosmetics palette? I still need to play with the Fall Magic, Sorcerer Smoke, and what else do I need to play with? The mystery box one, from the summer one, the small one. I need to play with that one still. And I think that's it. I have to catch up on for that brand. There's so much other palettes I have to play with, but yeah, I love this blend. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side real quick. I think my favorite right now, between all the Unearthly palettes I've tried, it's really hard. I love the Heather Austin one because it's really fun. Just a pop of colors and just the purples. That's that purple shade, that soft purple. I really love that shade, and just the different textures, nice. But I also love the Don't Be Jelly one because the multichrome is now one, crazy beautiful, very smooth and shifty. And what else is there that I think with the newer ones, with the between the Sorcerer Smoke or Fall Magic, I might like Sorcerer Smoke a lot because what I hear about other people, that the formula is very luxe. It feels like a very luxe formula, like as a neutral palette, and I've been getting into neutrals a lot. I love doing soft looks too on my own time, just a simple soft looks. And I'm just gonna add in the Slumber shade. So I'm not sure if this one will be my favorite, but what I'm gonna do later, since they're magnetic, I really want to kind of customize it to my liking. I am thinking of adding the mint shade from the seafoam shade from the Don't Be Jelly. I think it would be really cool just to add that, and also maybe another blue somewhere that I have in my collection. Yeah, so that's a great thing about Unearthly Cosmetic palettes, that they're magnetic, because it allows you to customize the palettes, and it just makes it easier too. And also, yeah, you have to make sure you buy a magnetic tool. So just look up magnetic tool. You can look up shops near you. The cool colors, man, cool tones just have my heart. I think they're so sexy. And it just makes you look a little bit older, he's like older, just more sophisticated instead of the pinks or browns. I'm not a huge fan of warm tone. It just depends on the color story. I need to be inspired from the color story itself to use a lot of warm tones all the time, and also the shimmers too. It also depends on the shimmers. So I think I'm gonna use my Belly Beauty Bar shimmer shade. You guys seen from my first eye looks, I've used this. Maybe if I added it in or not, but that's what I use for my shimmer formula, the shimmer primer, I mean. Yeah, I saved the best for last. It looks like a hollow. I'm not sure if it is. Maybe it's a multichrome, shifty multichrome. But I think I'm going to use, of course, Dream State first. And then I'm going to use Tranquil right here. It's going to look a little popping, I think. So we'll see. And we're going to put it right here. Also, another thing. Ooh, it's best to tap. This one has, yeah, it's a crumbly formula, so it's kind of falling. I should have got a stencil. Wow, that is beautiful. You guys, I will clean up the fallout after I'm done. But let me just push this in. Wow. That is beautiful. It's blinding. Okay, and I'm just going to spread it out to this point a little bit. That is beautiful. I love this shade. So is it worth it to get the palette alone just for this shade? And if you love the other shades, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I really wanted this palette for this shade mainly. The other shades, I want to try them out too. Always love trying out, even with the newer palettes, to see if this formula is still gonna be consistent or it's gonna be a new favorite. Oh, this one totally changed my mind about the palette. I wasn't feeling too great about the first two eye looks, honestly. I mean, with the second eye look, I prefer that one than the first one. I just haven't been into bold eye looks lately. Oh, this is so gorgeous. And let me get the shade Tranquil. This purple shade I had used on my second eye look as an inner corner, but this time I'm going to use it on my lid. I feel like it's going to really pop. I just want to see how it looks on the lid. And when I just want to do a specific eye look. Wow, this is going to be my favorite. That's so pretty. Oh, this combo. You have to try out this combo. I'm not sure if you can see the shift. But it is beautiful. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. This one's very, looks gritty. Almost like it's very sparkly. There's a lot of sparkles. And then this one, it is sparkly but more smoother. So I like that there's a difference between the texture between the two, but not too much, so they can look more smooth transition. Very beautiful. I'm loving it. Okay, that's why if I had like a purple shade, I think it would look so cute. I don't want to cheat you guys getting a different matte, but I'm so tempted. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use the clouded shade, and I'm gonna use this two similar shades that I've used earlier. So the slumber and clouded, I'm gonna use that for the bottom. And this I like would have been more my liking maybe, but this is gonna be a little more simple, but still very beautiful. For the inner corner, I think I use almost all the shades besides Drift. Maybe I could use that inner corner. It might look a little bit too dark. But let me just keep using the clouded shade. Or I could use the highlighter. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the highlighter from the trio. Okay, and then I'm going to get the slumber shade. Just deepen up this corner right here. Super soft, you guys. Very, very pretty. I'm kind of lacking like inner corners. Like you don't need to do inner corner. It could be just like that, but I feel like I need an inner corner. So I think I'm going to get the shade Wish. This is the shade I'm going to use for my highlighter as well. I'm going to use the same brush I was using. I have not used this on my cheekbone yet. I'm just going to put it right here. Hopefully it looks good. Yeah, it leans a little bit. Not exactly silver, but it's the lightest shade. But let's see how it looks on the cheekbone. And I feel like they're so lightweight. Like this one looks super lightweight, so I have to build it up to my liking. Yeah, this was the lighter. It's like a silver peach, a very, very silvery peach shade. It's not exactly silver, so it's the most neutral shade I would say. And I'm going to use this on my brow bone too. So maybe I might add a little bit depth using the purple shade. Maybe just build it up more. I think I'll do that. And just finish the other eye, put some lashes, and then we're just going to try on the lips. Vision is supposed to be a mauve pink. The shade Dreamer, it's supposed to be a mauve brown. Cloudland is like a purple mauve shade, and this one is my favorite shade out of the four for sure. ZZZ, opulent purple. I just finished doing my lip swatches, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put them, if I'm going to put them right before this or earlier in the video, but I decided to go with the shade, the ZZZ, because just to do something a little different. It's not every day I wear a purple lipstick, even though I have the shade Angela, which I will compare. So between Angela and the shade ZZZ, the lipstick, and the second liquid lipstick, I don't really use this shade often. I feel like it's not my kind of purple, but I find it might be similar to this one. This might be lighter, I'm not sure. So this is going to be Angela. I love their satin liquid lipsticks. This might be a little bit lighter. This one might be darker. Let's see. Okay, and then the shade ZZZ. So it might be similar. Here's the comparison. So ZZZ is a little bit darker. It has a little like more brown to it, while Angela is more purple, and they both have similar undertones. You have red undertones. So those are the difference. I think they're pretty damn similar. But I do prefer this shade, the ZZZ lipstick, because it's darker. I feel like the other purple's not my kind of purple. I like mixing that one with Diana or just toning down a green shade. I love mixing the satin liquid lipsticks. They're very velvety, very pigmented. They last a long time. They can last longer if you don't eat or drink anything, but if not, then it does fade out in the middle like a little bit. But it's pretty long lasting though, so I'm not sure how long these will last from, I mean, not eating or drinking, but if you eat and drink, of course, they're gonna fade. And this, the formula is feels very thin, like it feels like almost like a balm, very comfortable to wear. I think the shade, let me see, the shade Dreamer is probably the thinnest in formula, and I also in the shade ZZZ, since it has that red undertone, I feel like it takes a bit to kind of even it out because it's such an it's a purple shade. I think purple shades are probably hard to formulate in lipsticks too, so I think that's the reason why I have to take some time to make it complete even, because if you just kind of have it sheared out, you can see that red undertone. And I think the other two are great too. So I love Cloudland. This is my favorite shade. This is the reason why I wanted this collection, like the lipsticks, and mainly for this shade. I thought this shade was the dreamiest purplish grayish shade. Ugh, I'm a sucker for tones like these. I have a liquid lipstick from Electra Cosmetic. I forgot what's it called. The shade Goldish. My favorite shade. My favorite shade. And this one, the shade Vision. I love this shade too. Actually, no. Never mind. No. Vision is a pink shade. I don't really often wear pinks. But I meant to say the shade Dreamer is another. It's like a nudish shade. I'm a sucker for nude shades. So this is another favorite. And I think this one, I feel like I'm going to wear it more often than Angela. But I'm going to have to test him out. Not today, but probably I had to test it out a few days, wear it out, and see how long it lasts, you know. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan with the packaging. I understand that they're trying to go something different compared to their liquid lipsticks. I love their new design with the Devour shade. Like, I had the lip oil on earlier. You guys seen me, I had something on my lips earlier. It was the lip oil. And this is from the Devour collection. I love this packaging. The only thing, you can't have it standing up. I mean, you can, but it's just gonna tilt a little bit. But you can have it like, you can have it laid out in one of your organizers. But I think this packaging is very sophisticated. It's a lot more improved. I like it. I think it's still about the same material. It's almost plasticky. It's not exactly glass, but I just love the design. It's very exquisite. It's almost like a quartz kind of shape. So I love that. But the lipstick shape, not a huge fan for bulky squarish packaging. This isn't so bulky, so I don't mind it. And also it has a magnetic closure, which is very nice. It adds a little luxe feel, but other than that, it's a very lightweight packaging. So that's the only thing. And then right here it has their emblem, their symbol, which I think is nice. But yeah, they fit really nicely against this lip organizer I have right here, just perfectly, honestly. So probably these will fit in a bunch of lip organizers, I would say. Yeah, this is the eye look, and I love it. This is my favorite look out of the three. Ooh, it's so pretty. I could have made it more smoky, but I think this is just the right amount for me. And the highlighter, this one, it's very subtle, but I like it. It looks so pretty. It's like the least toned down highlighter. It has a slight beige undertone. It's like a beige, yeah, it's like a beige silver. I really like it. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it looks so blinding in this angle. But like in certain angles, it looks so wearable. So that's why I built it up to the extreme, you know. And then the shade Solstice, this one has more sparkle. So this is going to be your most dramatic highlighter out of this whole trio. And this one has a hint of pink. It's like a pink silverish shade. It's really pretty. I feel like I have to, this one's like a similar formula as that one, just a little toned down. But if you want to add, you could definitely build them up. These highlighters, so pretty. So I actually do enjoy this formula. Ooh, I love their single highlighter formulas too. I think those are really great, and this is great as well. Okay, but now for the eyeshadow palette, if you guys are just looking into the eyeshadow palette, I've done 3 eye looks. I haven't worn them out. I think this one's probably wearing out the best. The first eye look, that one creased a little bit just from wearing it a little bit, and then the second eye look didn't crease on me, but this one, very, very minimal. Can't really tell. Yeah, I always look at creasing just so I could let you guys know. Yeah, I think I should do hand swatches before I give you my final thoughts about this palette, so I could have a better idea what the shimmers. I have not swatched them at all, but let me see. I'm not sure if I should swatch it here or right here. We're gonna get the shade Float right here. It's so pretty. It's the tone of it, it's so flattering. I'm not sure if you can see it. It has like a pinky beige base to it almost, and a lot of silver sparkles. It's the most, probably one of the wearable shimmers out of this one. I'm not sure if I should do it here or there. I think I'll do it right here. Ooh, yeah, you can see that beige. Ooh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think you can see the shimmers better like this. See the sparkles? Such a flattering shade. Oh, so cute. And now let me swatch the shade Imaginary. I'm not super into pinks. I mean, I have to be in the mood for them, but this pink is really nice. I like the yellow sparkles to it, so let me hand swatch this. Oh, I can't wait to swatch the palette later. Yeah, this one's like really bright. Ooh. Wow. You see the yellow? Orange flecks. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay. Now for the shade Fantasy, real quick. This one's like the most grungy shade from this whole palette. This one's super smooth. I'm hoping that, yeah, this one's very smooth. I'm hoping my shimmers, they don't hard pan since I'm using my fingers now. But yeah, definitely don't use your fingers when you do your eye look. Don't use your fingers, because I think because of their formula, it just doesn't look good. It's just after some experience with their palettes, like I finally realized, oh, it's better to use a brush with their formula. But look at this one. Yeah, this one's pretty. I'm not super into like deep plum shades like this, but this was like a nice grungy shade. Maybe you could do like a nice vampy look. I mean, the first look was kind of vampy, but yeah, that base, it's very smooth, very kind of simple, very satin-like almost. Now the shade Tranquil, I think this is one of my favorite shimmer besides the Dream State. Tranquil, I'm a sucker for purple shades, okay? This one's so pretty. I'm swatching it with my finger. I'm gonna do it right here, okay? This one's a little bit loose, a little bit, but it's so pigmented and shimmery. Oh, let me see. Wow, yeah, I love that. Such a cute shade. Okay, since I'm running out of room though, and I'm gonna swatch Dream State. This one, I don't even know what this shade is. It's like a hollow or something. Hollow multi-chrome or something. It's so pretty. I'm gonna swatch it right here. Yeah, out of the whole shades, I think this one is the most shifty. I feel like you don't get a lot of shifts with this palette. Maybe there is. I'll try to use a mirror, or you guys will see some of my hand swatches that I'll do after. But look at this. Oh my gosh, it shifts like a pink to a green. Oh, that is beautiful. I love this shade. Very unique. Yeah, my hand is still stained from the liquid lipstick. I didn't completely clean it, but that's beautiful, man. Okay, now let me swatch Drift real quick. I didn't even get to use this shade. I think this was the only shade I didn't get to use. So let me swatch this one real quick. Drift feels smooth. It looks like almost maybe a blue undertone. Very opaque, it's solid type of shimmer. Let me see how many sparkles there is. Ooh, that's actually really gorgeous. Yeah, I love the blue sparkles. Wow, look at that. Yeah, these two shimmers, these three shimmers right here, they're my favorite. These three, the cool side, basically. I think the shade's really nice too. It's really cute. It's a nice little neutral shade. But I think I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts about this palette, the collection. I love it. I love it. Okay. But the palette, is it going to be one of my favorites? I don't think it is. Because I think the other Unearthly palettes are going to beat it. That's why. But I'll still play around with this. I wanted it so bad for that shade, mostly right here, the Dreamlike shade. So I don't have regrets. But I think so far the formula, the masks, they're soft, they're really soft. I feel like they're easy to work with. And the darker shades, I feel like they're a bit loose. So it's not so intimidating to work with them. Like if you're a beginner, I feel like you could easily use these shades just to deepen the crease area a little bit. And yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the formula or anything. The shimmers, I think overall are more on the wearable side compared to a few other palettes. I think this one, I'm not sure if it's super shifty or not. I think it's more on the sparkly side besides this shade right here. That's the multi-chrome looks like. So I think their palette only has one multi-chrome. Let me see, I gotta look it up real quick. It says it's an iridescent kind of shimmer, but it's like an iridescent multi-chrome to me. Or not even an iridescent, but I'll consider this as a multi-chrome. While the other ones are more, they're not exactly dual, but it's like a shimmer dual chrome formula. It's not super shifty, but you see like the sparkles. Like the pink one and this gray one, while the other ones are more on the just sparkle type of shimmers. So that's why I think the shimmers in this palette are more on the wearable size besides the little amped one. I think they're still wearable. Even this look, I used the most prettiest shimmer, and I still think this look is very wearable. So I think you could probably use this almost like every day, almost, if you're into the colors, if you're into pinks, if you're into grays, or even a nighttime too, a date night. Yeah, I definitely think you could wear this for work. You don't have to like make it super smoky. You can make it wearable. Just add like 3 shades, keep it simple. You can still use this for every day. It's not gonna be my favorite color story, but I think the formula is good. Probably gonna mix this between maybe the Don't Be Jelly or even the other Unearthly palette. I'm just so tempted to mix them. That's why I feel like I need more shades just to do eye looks, color combos that I want to create. But this one, I mean, I can easily create looks with this one. This was a very easy palette to use. Also, another thing too, the artwork. I think the artwork is so beautiful. And so this box, they always do these boxes, but I love it when they do collection and do these nice boxes. I already thrown away the mystery boxes because I just don't want to keep the clutter, you know. I mean, I have so much clutter, so I got rid of those boxes, but I do plan on keeping the nice boxes like this. I think someday whenever I get a bookcase, because I don't have enough room for a bookcase, I want to keep my palettes there, display them so I could see them more rather than them stored away. I'm gonna display a few of these like art pieces because man, it's like a nice memento, nice memory, nice something. Oh, and plus the holographic thing, I love the little details, man. Oh, love it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which products are your favorite from the collection, or which shades are your favorite from the Dreamer palette. Is this gonna be your current favorite? Is this your current favorite Unearthly palette? It isn't mine, but I'll still play around with it, mix and match with my other Unearthly palettes. So remember, it's magnetic, so you can also use magnetic tool and make your life easier, just popping out a shade and putting another shade in. If you guys need another color to be inspired, that's one of the reasons why I love Unearthly, because they make a unique color story, and plus magnetic shadows. Life changer, man. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe because I love doing indie palette reviews or whatever I love. I'll share it with you guys. It's always indie makeup related. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.